Hey guys, I'm out here and about to collect my race kit. I'm supposed to be at the Guoco Tower, but no idea in which part of the tower it is. So I'm gonna have to see. Well, will you look at that? Turns out it's outside instead. So I'm gonna have to go in. It's not gonna take very long, there's not a lot of people. And here we are. Can't wait to see my bike. Alright, I've actually collected my bike, my t-shirt, and I'm off now. There's actually nothing much going on here. Just some, as you can see, not really sports stuff. It's about recycling. I mean, okay, I'm done with the collection and I'll show you guys what I've got. This is pretty much everything I've got. The bike, which is extremely tiny to go with the whole theme of recycling, reusing, reducing. I guess in this case, since I'm a tiny bike, it's reducing. And this is the shirt. A very simple neon orange shirt, large size. I don't know if I'll be wearing it or not. We'll just have to see. That's about it for now. Now that I'm done collecting, it's time to eat. Still got the main course coming up. Hey guys, so it's the eve of the race and yeah, I'm just getting prepared. Just got off work today. So today I'll focus on preparing my stuff but also on nutrition. So I have to carbo load. Now for a 10-kilometer race, we don't need to carbo load as much. So I decided to change what I eat, basically reward myself a little for all the hard work. But it's not just carbo loading. I'm also going to need a lot of protein and fats to kind of like to recover from whatever injuries that I have sustained during training. And unfortunately for me, I have sustained a little injury. It's my thighs actually. They're still hurting a little, so must be something to do with the muscles, so it's not that bad. Unfortunately, against my better judgment, I went for 5-kilometer easy runs on Monday and Tuesday this week, and it just made it worse. It was actually getting better on Tuesday, and after that run, it was a little tougher than the previous easy run. So my thighs got worse, and yesterday was hurting quite a bit. Yesterday was Friday, yeah. Thursday and Friday was hurting a little bit, but not that bad in that even with those pain, I'll still be able to run. Yeah, another thing is that I got new hairstyle, crew cut, as you can see. Right, yeah, where was I? Yeah, so I'm eating also to try to recover as much as possible, and to that end I've decided to go to Swenson's, as you can see from the background, and this is what I'll be eating for the main course. So I've got a dark baked rice, comes with soup and Coke Zero. It's gonna be awesome. I've eaten this a few times before and it's awesome. The taste is heavenly, and this is mainly for the proteins from the meat, maybe from the cheese, from the cream maybe, although those will contain fat as well, which is still necessary, right? Even though I'm trying to lose weight, fat is still necessary to recover, to repair, right? And there's rice, of course, it's baked rice, so those will serve for carbohydrates, although later, I'll show you guys later what I'll have for carbo loading. But for now, I guess I'll just enjoy myself a little bit. Right, I'll see you guys later for my carbo loading dessert. I'll just say that it's dessert for now. Right, so time to enjoy myself. Be right back. Okay, and here we are. I'll show you what I got for dessert. This guy. Oh yeah. I make sure to choose something that is a little bit more fruity and has fruits for ingredients. This should suffice for carbo loading, for now anyway, because I still gotta do a little bit of it for dinner. right? And yeah, so that because as you know, even just day-to-day living burns calories. So I gotta make sure I got to keep it up for dinner. And later on, I'll show you guys what I'll be preparing in order to kind of like prepare for this run. Right, so I'll see you guys later. Okay, now that I'm done carbo loading and eating my lunch for the protein, I'm going to start to stock up for my race. And for tomorrow's breakfast, I've decided that I probably should not go to McDonald's, that I should eat at home. But since I've got no time to prepare my own breakfast, I'm just going to buy it and just leave it there until tomorrow. I'm going to break talk. Okay, welcome back guys. So I've decided to get a few things for breakfast, and this is exactly what I got. Got 3 things here. All of them seem to be donuts. So I've got one with a marshmallow topping and some chocolate frostings or whatever. And I've got one with a Kit Kat as it appears on top, and some white chocolate. And I've got a strawberry donut. Yep. All of this to ensure maximum intake of sugar. Now, just the other day, I've also got some bananas just in case it's not enough, right? Other than that, the only thing I'll have to make for myself would be my coffee, which won't take long. It's only making my own bread that will take some time, which I'm not willing to waste. Alright, so I'll see you guys later when I'm ready to prepare all my gear and stuff, and then we'll do a run through of what I'm going to bring tomorrow. And we'll talk about how I feel before the race and stuff like that. Yeah. Alright, see you guys later. Okay, now that we have time traveled to the future, which is now the present, well, I'll show you guys my dinner. So I decided to go cheaper since I can't splurge $30 plus, $40 plus dollars for each meal. I'm just a regular guy. So I got something cheaper and local. So check this out. But of course this is still generous, right? For the main course, I've got kway teow, which is a kind of a thick noodle, right? Or rather it's a white noodle with eggs, good for protein, fish fillet, good for protein again, and some kind of a meatloaf. I don't know how to translate to English, which is meat again. So plenty of proteins for my last my last stretch of chance to repair and recover. I've also got some additional meat. These are siu mai, which is traditionally supposed to be eaten during breakfast, but it doesn't matter these days anyway. Yeah, so these are just pure meat wrapped in something, right? Those are made of flour, cooked, dried, not dried, fried, right? Okay, and for dessert, I've got this kueh lapis, right, which is a kind of Malay dessert, right? It's kind of sugary, right? This is peanut angku kueh, right? So there's peanuts inside, and on the outside is just sweet shell, right? So this should be enough for my dinner, right? For supper, I'll still be eating my protein bars and my supplements. It's really funny for me to call my supplements supper, right? When it's really just supplements. I've already eaten my new supplements. I hope it works, but yeah, that's about it. Later, I'll show you guys my preparations, which is my gear, and I'll go over my schedule, right? But for now, that's about it. I'll see you guys later. Hey, evening guys. So, as promised, I'm going to go through a lot of things. First, my gear, my thoughts and my emotions about the upcoming race tomorrow. Alright, so let's go over the gear from top to bottom. I've added quite a number of things. So yeah, let's not waste time. Okay, so starting with the clothes, right? I decided to go with maximum heat protection, right? Maximum heat radiation protection. Even though the weather report for tomorrow is a bit of a mixed bag. I think some were saying that there's going to be a rain right before the race, and then it's going to be cloudy from then on. But there were like 1 or 2 reports that were saying that it's going to be hot. So I don't know, even if it's cloudy, right, there could still be a lot of thermal radiation coming through. I know this myself. I ran with minimal heat protection during cloudy days, and I still get a suntan. Right, that's Singapore for you. Anyway, so a lot of the stuff, the clothes I'm wearing is nothing new. So I have a white compression singlet, very tight, right, for moisture wicking. Underneath, I got compression pants, shorts, and over that, sports shorts. I've used these multiple times, so there's nothing for me to go on, right? Right, so I've got these compression sleeves. Although, once again, they don't offer much compression. They're from 3M. These are mostly for sun protection, right? And it works really well, moisture wicking as well. As you can see, one is longer than the other because one of them goes all the way down to the wrist, while the other just the first one goes all the way down to the hands, while the second one just goes to the wrist. And I still have to fold it back, right? For my legs, I've got compression calf sleeves. So this has been with me for a very, very long time. I think since, 10 years ago maybe, right? It looks really old. So yeah, they're tried and true. I don't think they offer as much moisture wicking anymore because I think I mostly abuse my sports clothes when I'm throwing them in the washers and everything. I've been changing the habit since, but yeah, this will offer some compression so my calves don't feel as sore. They help with blood circulation and everything, and moisture wicking as well. Now, for my head, I'll be wearing, well, it depends, right? If I go there and it's rainy and cloudy, I'll just be wearing the sweatband. But if it's extremely sunny, I guess I'll be donning on my hat with the neck flap and everything for maximum sun protection like last time. Okay, for my socks, I've decided to go with my Dr. Skin socks. These have worked well the last time. They are thick. I don't feel hot in them. I don't feel as though the sweat is pooling underneath my feet, so they work really well. Yeah. Now for my shoes, my Qiao Dan Feng plate 1.5. I'm not in the future yet, right? It's gonna make its debut finally after a lot of training, right? This guy is gonna send me flying, but I'll be walking there in my oldest running shoes, this pair, right? I don't think it has long left, right, as you can see, right? But yeah, you have the honor of accompanying me. Okay, what else? Yes, the electronics and whatever I wear on my head. So as usual, I'll be wearing these shocks open run for music. The music is gonna come from my phone, right? And for my sunglasses, I'm gonna wear this pair, right? My newest pair, right? I haven't tested it out with my hat yet actually. I'll go do that later, but I'm sure it should be fine. Anyway, yeah, so my sunglasses is gonna have its debut as well. It worked really well so far. It looks really good, so it's got both function and form, right? And what else? Yeah, I'm going to be using my GoPro once again with the usual chest strap. I haven't changed much. I haven't gotten around to it, so maybe next time I might move the chest strap a little higher if I can. I'm not sure if it'll be less steady or what, but we'll see. Okay, of course, once again, the camera's battery will be disconnected until 1 or 2 minutes before the race starts. Now there's another thing that's new, and it's these. Right, these are my face paint, right? Body paint for body paint art, whatever, right? So I've tried them out and they don't come off because of the sweat, right? So I'll be using them to decorate myself, so-called, right? I know exactly what to put on my face, and I might put some on my, what do you call it, not forearm, on my shoulders, right, where I'm bare. So I don't know the term for it. Upper arm, yeah. So you guys will see tomorrow, right? And I'll be carrying my sunglasses in this box, which will be connected to my little bag over here, which will contain all my belongings. And of course, my shoes are going to be contained within the shoe bag itself, right? While I'm wearing this pair. Right. Okay. So, let's talk about my feelings for tomorrow's race. Yeah, I do have a really good feeling in that, as you guys heard from earlier, my thighs are hurting a little bit, right? From my training. It's actually been hurting since last week. Even before my interval training, which means it was hurting since 2 weeks ago. I think after my race simulation. So my thighs hurt because of the race simulation. I think I must have I probably put in 100% to my race simulation itself, and I guess the continued training strained it continuously. And I feel a little better today, right? My thighs don't hurt that much as last time. When it's fresh, when I sit down, my thighs will hurt. So I have to find the exact position I can sit down in for it to not hurt, right? But now it's all free and easy. It's not that bad now. I think by tomorrow I should be fine. I still feel funny, right? But I think I should be okay. Yeah, but since I'm not in tip-top condition, I'm not sure if I can break my personal best. My personal best right now being, 1 hour 3 minutes. I think 1 hour 3 minutes something and some seconds. At the most, I'll say I can get maybe 1 hour 1 minute, 1 hour 2 minutes, and even then that'll be tough, right? Although I'll just try my best. Yeah. So it's not going to. I'm not going to perform at 100%. That's for sure. Now for tomorrow's schedule, I'll be waking up at 4 a.m. right, and I'll immediately get to work. I'll probably be making breakfast first. In that this time, I just have to make my coffee, right? And then I've already taken care of the rest of my breakfast. As you have seen earlier, I've bought my donuts and I've got some bananas just in case I need more, right? And after that, I'm gonna take some creatine. Today I took a double dose of creatine, 10 grams, and tomorrow I might do the same. I'll probably take 10 grams of it, right? What else? Then after that, after breakfast, hopefully the coffee will have work its magic, and then I'll take a poop, right? I'll take a poop before you race, right? And I'll have a quick shower, and then put on everything, right? I'm probably gonna pack everything real nicely into the bags and stuff. So I'll put on maybe the clothes and a few other things, right? And then it's off, right? And fortunately, for this race, they provided shuttle bus for a price, of course, $12, 12 Singapore dollars, and the the shuttle bus will be at a bus stop opposite of the nearest train station at 5:30. So I have 1.5 hours to get ready and be there at the bus stop. Right. So for my calculations, the bus will take me there, right, in 45 minutes, assuming there's not going to be any traffic jams or whatever. I heard that in some races there's some like traffic jams due to the roads being closed and everything, so they kind of shut themselves in the foot, for the race. So I'll be there by 6:10, 6:15, 6:20, and then I'll have more than enough time to put on the rest of my racing kit, to apply my paint if I so desire. I'm not even sure if I'm really going to do it. It depends on how much time I have, how willing I am. The body painting is it's just there, to allow myself to over prepare, to show that I can prepare very well, so well that I can, spend time on something that is not entirely necessary. Yeah, so it's for over preparedness, so-called over preparedness, and to show my spirit for the race. So with the body paint, I have to check everything. I think by the time I'll just be sitting around waiting, just like last time, although spending less time. And then when it's time, I'll go to the starting line and fire away. Yeah. So that's my schedule for tomorrow. My alarm is already set. Yeah. And what else? Let me think. Yeah, so that's my thoughts and emotions on it, right? I'll probably make another 1 or 2 videos when I'm there. With some chance, right? If the stars align, if the planets align, maybe I just might go under 1 hour. Although that'll be really tough, because that'll mean 6 minutes per kilometer, right? And that's assuming that the race organizers have measured the distance accurately, right, to the meter. So there's that. I'm not expecting a sub-hour 10K anytime soon, right? Yeah. So I guess that's all for now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And just to show how nervous I am about the race. Actually, not that nervous, but still slightly nervous. I forgot to introduce a few other things. I'll show you guys real quick. So, as usual, I'll be wearing my watches, 2 of them, right? And I've got these tapes for my feet, which I did not introduce up until now. Yeah, so these guys work like magic, right? It's like I put them on, I don't hurt anymore in the pain points. They'll be on my arches, at the corners of my feet, and at my heels, the back of my heels, near my Achilles, right? So yeah, works like magic. With this, I'll have no problem, along with my marathon socks, right? So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not gonna edit this, right? So I'll see you guys tomorrow. The awkwardness continues. I forgot to introduce just 1 or 2 more things. Bear with me. Okay, I was just packing up everything. Yeah, so I'll show you guys real quick. So I've got the bike for the run, and it's tiny. Like, look at this. Yeah. So for this, I'm going to try out my new stuff this time. I'm going to use magnets instead to try to fasten it, right? But I'm not very sure. It worked for a huge piece of paper I've tried in one of my training runs. So it's secure, but it's new, so I don't have that much faith in it yet. So I'll think it over, and I'll just keep my pins with my magnets just in case I change my mind. So yeah. Hey, good morning, people. So I've just eaten, get prepared, pooped really well, and I'm more or less ready. I've packed everything in my bags. So far, the only thing that went wrong was that my magnetic bike holder thing didn't really work out. It's too loose and everything. So I'm gonna have to revert to using pins. Yeah. So other than that, yeah, I brought the event t-shirt just in case they want me to change to that, because they were like saying, oh, wear the shirt or other orange shirt or something. But I checked the rules and it didn't really say that it is a must, so there's some ambiguity there. So I decided to just bring the event t-shirt just in case. In any case, either way, I'll have one spare shirt to change to after the race. So now I'm about to head off, and it's actually raining. I'm not sure if it's going to be raining in the south as well of Singapore. So yeah, I guess it's a good call for me to bring my both my hat and my headband. I can just switch to whatever the weather demands. So that's about it for now. I'm going to head off to take the shuttle bus. I'm actually early, by the way, 5:05 a.m. right now. The bus will be there at 5:35 a.m. and I can reach the bus stop in 10 minutes. So I can just take my time, and I'll probably need an umbrella. Yep, so I'll see you guys later. Okay, so I've reached Marina Barrage and the event is going strong, but from their Facebook posts, they are saying that the flag off has been delayed due to the weather. So I have plenty of time to prepare, but I'm not going to assume that the flag off has been delayed, and I'm just going to prepare to be on time. Right, so status, well, my thighs are feeling better. My right thigh actually doesn't really hurt, so at least my left foot is gonna be okay. My left thigh though still feels a little pain, although it wouldn't even be 3/10 pain, right? So I guess it's time to get prepared. Yeah, so see you guys later. Well, as you can see, I'm all prepared now, got my pin and everything. Right, 9, although I kind of messed that up a little bit. It's supposed to be Roman numbers for 9. But yeah, I'm all prepared now. And yeah, looks like the race has really been delayed by 1 hour. So I guess I'll just be walking around trying to stay warm up and everything. Here's another one. This one I think is a lot better than 9. So next time I'll do it better. But yeah, I guess I'll just have to stick around, wait, try to stay warm up. Although I really got to make sure I know where the start line is, because they say it's here but it's not very clear either. Oh well, see you guys later. I guess one thing that I keep forgetting is that there's always a lot of waiting before a race, which I hate a lot. It's where, mentally you get worn out slightly, because you might have to move around and stuff. And yeah, there's a lot of walking and standing around while waiting for the race, especially when it's been delayed. And yeah, check. God damn it. Yeah, I haven't even started the race, and my shoes are already dirty. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a head to try to wash them. I have no idea how to wash those away. So oh well. At least it shows signs of wear, which is indicative of actual usage, I guess you can call it that. Oh well, time to wait around. Well, looks like it's starting really soon right now, anytime now. Right, so I guess this should be my last video before we run. Still have another 25 minutes, talk starts at 8 AM, so we have to just stand around and do nothing for now. Yeah.
They're going ham on the air horn, so testing 1, 2, 3.
that was a slow start.
almost 3 km. My pace is really high, less than 6, but heart rate is high too, 173. Hi. Almost there. Sorry. One more. One more.
1.1 kilometers run just got back, and I believe that means also many of our runners from the half marathon are back as well. Give them a big round of applause, everybody! Come on! Cheer for your fellow runners here at the Income Eco Run. Thank you for being part of it and contributing towards zero waste. We have one more set of the flag offs to happen in just a while. That's going to be for
Hey guys, well, so that was it. Finished the race, and I actually did a lot better than I thought I would. You know, I thought I would do like 1 hour, 2 minutes, maybe even match my PB the last time, or even do worse. Considering that my thighs were in pain, you know, but they were mostly fine before the race and throughout the race. I'm surprised. You know, I thought something's gonna happen to me. You know, it's only now that my legs are starting to act up. You know, my toe kind of cramped a little bit just now. There was a kind of like a sharp but not painful pain, you know, if that makes sense. I did a lot better than I thought I would. According to my timing, I actually did 58 minutes, 27 seconds for 10 kilometers. At least that's according to the starting line, the finish line of the race. But when I looked at my racing stats on my Samsung Health, it recorded only 9 kilometers and 9.79 kilometers. That really pisses me off. That really pisses me off. So I don't know who screwed up. You know, because I pressed the start exercise button slightly before the starting line. You know, so that means it's either the race organizer screwed up or Samsung screwed up. How can I say? I guess, you know, this is a small race, and Samsung's watch is not exactly a fitness watch, you know. So I can't really blame anyone. It's a small race, you know. They are not exactly aiming to be a world-class race or anything. Anyway, what else is there to say? Well, that was fun. It was the first time I've ran that fast before. When I looked at my pacing, I was consistently below 6 minutes per kilometer. Yeah, I was like overtaking a lot of people. Of course, my heart rate was like going up really high very quickly. You know, for half the race I was like going 170 beats per minute and slightly above, and for the other half I think I was consistently at 180 and above. I mean, I wanted to work hard for the race, but I didn't consciously want to go to the max. I guess that was manifested in the first half of the race. At least I improved. That was massive. I'll have to do some calculations to see what my timing would have been had my Samsung watch measured 10 kilometers. I'm hoping it's less than 1 hour, but I'm not optimistic. There's a bee. Oh god. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it's gone. Anyway, yeah, that was fun. It was a little crowded throughout the race. I bumped into a few people. I had to do some footwork to try to overtake some people, and I got bumped into as well once, I think, or twice. You know, but nothing major, nothing serious. Overall, I have some gripes about the race, but overall, I'll say, you know, it's decent. Today was decent. Anyway, I guess I'll head on home. and we'll do a proper debrief after this. See you guys later. Hey guys, welcome back. So it's been a few hours since the race, and yeah, I thought I should take this time to talk about the race and do a sort of a AAR or debriefing on the race. So first of all, the preparation. I was able to iron out all the difficulties related to the preparation for the race. I was able to wake up at 4 a.m, which is great, but the day before, right, I tried to sleep at 11 a.m. I was a little late before I got to bed. Like it was like 11:15 a.m. Yeah, but I got to bed. You know, I did the usual thing, switch off the aircon after a few hours, turn down the fan, which was directly above me, to middle strength. I put on a radio show, you know, set on the timer of course, and it took me some time to sleep, and I think I woke up once, but I was able to go back to sleep and until it was 4 a.m, at which point I woke up. So that was okay. You know, I don't feel too tired. I probably slept maybe 4 hours, which is okay-ish. I think 5 hours, right? 11 to 4, no, about 4 hours, if not 4 hours something, right? Considering that it took me time, right, to get to bed, fall asleep. It was okay for me because how do I put this? Yeah, I focus a lot on trying to sleep as much as possible in the wake of the run, right? And yeah, I tried to sleep as early as possible, setting the target 11 a.m. always, and waking up for the weekdays 7 a.m. Sorry, 11 p.m. sleep and 7 a.m. wake up. So I was able to succeed most of the time, and I tell you, with me adapting or reintroducing running at the start of the year, I've never had such good sleep in my entire life. First time I got 90 on Samsung Health for my sleep score. Holy cow. So yeah, for most of the days I was sleeping 7 hours plus, almost 8 hours, which is crazy for someone my age, 36, with jobs and everything. Yeah, so that was great. So having to have to sleep for 4 hours plus before race day wasn't too bad on its own. I was mostly mentally energized, so that's that, right? Okay, so preparation wise, all my gear was in order. I was able to eat everything I need, take my creatine, what else, tape up my feet, switch off all the lights, you know, everything. So everything was in order except for one thing. I forgot my handphone pouch for my right arm, but that's a non-essential gear, so I give myself a clear for that. You know, it's not like it's my racing shoes, that'll be tragic, or my sunglasses, that would be horrible but not devastating. So that's another gold star for me, I guess. Now, in terms of timing, I was on time for everything. I was able to give myself a lot of time to prepare at Marina Barrage at the race village, you know, because I did not put on everything I intend to wear. You know, my arm sleeves, my paints, my sunglasses. So I had to put those on in the race village, and I had ample time for that. The fact that I get to paint my face and my shoulders shows that I had plenty of time. Like I said, the paint thing, right? The face paint thing is to show that I'm amply prepared, that I can afford to spend time on painting my face, which shows that I'm well prepared and well drilled, right? That I get to do aesthetic stuff. Right, now, what else? Okay, next thing, just before the race, I feel that I made the mistake of maybe walking a bit too much. Like I walked almost 2,000 steps up and down the Marina Barrage. I went up to check out the starting line and everything, and then I realized that I've yet to take my Panadol Extra for the pain in my thighs. So I went back down, had some drinks with the pills, and then went back up again. End up I walked for 2,000 steps, which is, I don't know, 1.5 kilometers. So that in itself is okay, I guess, right? Just not proportionate to the race itself, but I don't think it hurt me in any way. I think just that maybe I should walk a little less, maybe 1 kilometer, maybe 1,000 steps would do, Okay, the race itself. My thighs were actually mostly healed, right? So that did not give me too much trouble at all, right? It just wasn't totally healed. I might have done better if it's totally healed. The Panadol Extra helped. The timing was right too. I took it 30 minutes before the race, so that did not hurt me. All right. In the beginning, there was a lot of congestion, but it has the effect of throttling my speed at the beginning, which turns out to be beneficial to me. So can't complain, In terms of the race itself, I'll say I'm satisfied with it. Because I was running at a pace that I would not have imagined I'm capable of, below 6 minutes per kilometer. Oftentimes it's like 5 minutes something, 5 minutes 40 plus, 5 minutes 50 plus. So I would not have imagined, even just 1 month ago, I would not have imagined that I'm capable of this. Even back in the day, 10 years ago, we did not have all these fancy fitness trackers, these watches, did not even have fancy shoes, at least for me, right? Back then there were no carbon shoes either, and I did not imagine that I can run that fast either. I just ran, with no idea what my pacing is either. Yeah, I did not even use a Casio watch, those normal watches to time myself along in tandem with the distance provided back then. I did not care that much back then about anything. Yeah. So yeah, it's a breakthrough. It's a real breakthrough. Yeah, I'm satisfied. So during the race itself, there were some highlights. Like, how do I put this? There was this once where there were cyclists on the race course, which was very unfortunate. Did not affect me too much though, thankfully. Seemed to have pissed off some people, that's for sure. So hopefully the race organizers will not let that happen again. I hope. What else? Oh, there was this point. I remember I saw the 4 kilometer kind of like poster, and I thought, oh man, I'm making good time. And from there on, for some reason, I don't know, I must have missed the 5 kilometer poster or something. I reviewed the videos again, and I actually panicked for a while. I thought I've wandered off course, and I've gone into the half marathon course instead or something. And I was panicking for a good 2 kilometers before I see the 6 kilometer poster for the 10k run. Oh boy, yeah, I would not want to repeat that again. I don't know if the poster was blown off or if they forgot to put it up, or if I miss it. But yeah, that was troubling. But thankfully it sorted itself out, right? Yep. What else? Yeah, it was somewhat congested sometimes, I'll say, in the race, but not too bad. The beginning was even beneficial, as I mentioned just now. Okay, what else? Yeah, the ending was a bit congested too. Everyone was trying to rush off to the finish line, you know. For a while there, it's like the 16 minutes pacers were like blocking everyone, and then managed to slip past them, you know. So great. You know, for a minute there, I thought I'm just going to get 60 minutes. I guess that's proof that I went under 1 hour. Yeah, that's the thing. With the timing, with the distance, with my watch. Yeah, I mentioned it just now, you know, just after the race. You know, my watch and even Strava did not record 10 kilometers, and that pissed me off. It really puts doubt in my mind as to whether I've really completed 10 kilometers. Whether it's the race organizers who did not measure the distance properly, or whether it's just my watch or Strava or something. Or maybe somehow I must have started the watch without allowing the watch to pinpoint my location. I swear I did though, but whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. I feel that this is still an achievement, whether or not I've gone under 1 hour. I mean, my previous PB was like 1 hour 3 minutes something. So even if I made 1 hour, that is a PB of minus 3 minutes plus, which is more than the improvement last time, I'll say. So there is that. I can't believe I managed to hold that pace though. Going back to the pace, you know, I know I can run under 6 minutes, you know, a kilometer, but I did not think that I would ever hold it for 10 kilometers, I think the whole way. I need to review the data again, but yeah, I held it the whole way. So I gave it my all. I guess the atmosphere, the competition, everything helped me the rest of the way, got me down to below 6. So there's that. That's a vast improvement because my pacing was very inconsistent, you know, in the previous race. What else is there to talk about? Yeah, it was still hard. Even with all the training, it was still difficult. You know, I felt like giving up at the 8 kilometer mark, 7+ kilometer mark. You know, even though I was faster, pacing was better, you know, I still felt like giving up, but it's a mental game. You don't let yourself give up. So I'm glad I won that battle for now. You know, I don't know, one day, just one day, you know, in the end of the year, I've got half marathons coming up, and I don't know, I hope I don't give in to the inner urge to just give up. You know, I hope my experience in having run half marathons before will give me the strength to actually run all the way. And then next year, you know, I'll try for a marathon, maybe 2. I can't imagine. I'll probably give up and walk at some point. I just hope that I can recover from that. Some people don't, you know. But yeah, I'm rambling. Yeah. So the race has no medals at all. So what I'm actually doing, because I need to record it in some way, what I'm actually doing is that I bought a medal from Shopee, and I'm having engraved custom, right, with just words to represent the race and my PB, you know, my personal record, personal best, right? So it's not going to be anything fancy. It's going to just be $1 plus, you know. So it's not to gratify myself, but it's to just help me remember and to help me record my merits, my feats. That's about it. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to provide the results, the race results. I think they should, because I saw a bunch of sensors on the ground at least 3 points, 4 points. So I think they're recording the race results. So I hope to really see that to put my doubts to rest about whether I've gone under 1 hour or not. That's about it. Yeah, I think that's what I want to talk about. I'll take the train. Alright, I'll see you guys. It's been a great race. Bye.